Hello everyone, welcome to your weekend reading. For the weekend, I'm using the Paulina Tarot and I'm going to pull 6 cards. Okay, so let me go ahead and shuffle the deck, see what is going on for the weekend. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 6 and see what we have going on this weekend. Okay, so the first card is the Page of Pentacles, which is funny because this card jumped out of the deck and then I put it back earlier this week and I mentioned it could be a message for some of you, and here it is. 8 of Wands. The Hangman. 8 of Pentacles, which we just had yesterday. The readings for it was a reading for Thursday. The 5 of Cups. The 4 of Wands. Okay. So in this reading, we only have one major arcana, and it is the Hangman. Okay. Like I said, when this card jumped, and one of the readings I did for this week, I feel like it was more kind of like the energy of this Court card, because it is a Court card and represents kind of like a very like intellectual energy. This would be kind of like a bookworm type of person, someone who reads a lot, who needs a lot of knowledge, someone who loves to learn. But I also feel like they're telling us we have a lot to learn as far as our circumstances. Things may look bleak. Things may seem to be moving rather slowly, but I feel like things are not what they seem. We still have a lot to learn about our situation. We do have the 8 of Wands here in the middle, which confirms that, we still have a lot to learn. We may feel like we literally are like in this energy of the Hangman, where we feel like somebody has hit pause on our life and we're not really kind of like seeing everything we want to see. We're just kind of replaying the same thing over and over. You may feel like you're stuck. You may have been here for quite some time, but this is letting you know that this is only temporary. This is very fast moving energy, and we did have the Knight of Swords this week, again telling us that fast-paced energy, those things happening all at once, are on their way, and this is just confirming it. This is also a lot of excitement. Going back to the Page of Pentacles, you may actually receive some really exciting news. The news may be that you're getting out of this Hangman energy, that you're no longer stuck. Yeah, so I feel like, it's something that kind of takes you completely by surprise. It's very exciting, and there's a lot of like energy and movement around something that happens here. Like I said, I feel like it could be some type of communication, whether it's email or a phone call. And this is telling us that the main energy right now is the Hangman. That energy would be, like I said, that you're feeling stuck, that you almost kind of feel like things are beyond your control. You can't really do much when you're kind of hanging there upside down. This just means that they're giving you time to reflect. We did have a reading. I think it was the reading that I did for Tuesday. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, but we were told that some people, not everyone, some people are, you've done the work and now it's time to move on to the opportunities. But yet there's still some people that are still reflecting. That's what this card means. It's a time for reflecting to see, like, what am I missing? Like, what changes do I need to make? What is there to learn? We have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like, this is the main influence right now, kind of feeling stuck, and it's all about a change of perspective. We have the 8 of Pentacles again. So again, I just get the feeling like it's for some of you, you have career related issues right now. You have career, and I feel like it's time for you to get really creative. What I'm noticing here is that she's drawing the pentacle. She's painting it or something. So I feel like it's time to get creative. We were told, on one of the readings I did, we had the Eight of Pentacles. I think it was the first card, and then the World here. So I feel like for some of you, it may be time for a change when it comes to your career, especially with a card like the Five of Cups right next to it. It tells me that you're in pain, that you're feeling really emotionally conflicted about something to do with work, maybe because you don't have a job, or maybe because you don't like your job. And like I said, and you may feel stuck. I mean, the Hangman here. Hangman, and you still have a lot to learn. Maybe that you're not in the right job, or maybe you've outgrown your job. That's just the feeling that I'm getting from this reading. And like I said, the Five of Cups here means that there's just a lot of emotional things going on inside of you. You may be really disappointed, maybe that something didn't work out, or that you're just not connecting with something emotionally. We do have the Four of Wands, which means that there's going to be a positive outcome to this. So this just means that you have a solid foundation beneath you, which means that job that you want, the income that you need for your family to be comfortable is going to be there. This is a home card. It's also a relationship card that has to do with marriage and children, and we did have that, those messages earlier this week. So like they are confirming that if that's what you're looking for, if what you're looking for is marriage and your life partner and children, it is also here. But it's also, about this card that keeps coming up for us, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like that career that you need to feel like you're safe and you're stable and you can take care of your family. Something's happening with this Eight of Wands here. This is kind of like really exciting. I feel like a phone call, an unexpected job offer. Here's the message. Here's you being stuck, but this will have a happy outcome. Okay, everyone, this has been your weekend reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you next with the weekly reading.